What's going on? It's Astronaut H, and this is the What More Do You Want Network. Now, in this video, I will be discussing tonight's playoff play-in game between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Minnesota Timberwolves. This is a play-in preview. Man, between two Western Conference teams, one being the Minnesota Timberwolves, who lost to the Los Angeles Lakers in a game that was down to the wire overtime. They ended up losing, which meant the Lakers got the 7th seed and move on to play the Memphis Grizzlies in the first round of the playoffs. The Timberwolves still with a chance on their home floor, facing off against a team who I consider to be one of the most exciting young cores in the NBA right now, and that is the Oklahoma City Thunder. We already know who's at the helm on both teams. You have Karl Anthony Towns, Anthony Edwards. I believe Rudy Gobert will be playing in tonight's matchup. That's going to be something to see how his teammates bring him back on board after that one-game suspension and him, throwing a punch at Kyle Anderson. I'm curious to see how he is received in this basketball game tonight, not only by his teammates, but also the fan base. But the Oklahoma City Thunder, I feel like, are on that fast track to where, they're in that lane of, this is where experience can meet execution, right? They don't have experience, but they can execute. We seen that when Josh Giddey, Lou Dort, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who is my pick for most improved. Now, and he's also an all-star and 30-point per game scorer. My God, and first-time all-star. But when you look at, this game, you look at matchups, I think, outside of the big matchup, because that's one thing that OKC lacks due to, not acquiring a big, or, you could talk about how Chet Holmgren hasn't been able to play at all this season. But wouldn't it be funny if he's able to come back? Like, just to throw that out there. That's a little nugget. But I feel like in this scenario, in this situation, the Oklahoma City Thunder have a chance, man. They go on the road. They beat the Pelicans, who by no quarrels, it was not easy for them to do that, with Brandon Ingram and things like that. We could also speak about Zion not playing, but that's another video for another day. But when I look at this matchup, especially who they will, elect to put on SGA, because there is no there is no McDaniels. So if they put Kyle Anderson on him, he's too slow. So I don't know if they're not going to put Mike Conley on Shai. That's just out. So I don't know if they're going to go with the Anthony Edwards matchup. But then that leads to guys like Lou Dort, that leads to guys like Jalen and Jalen Williams. I feel like the Thunder have, again, like I said, just as much as a chance as anybody, but also on the flip side and other side of the coin, so do the Timberwolves. Cat is back. He's healthy. You have an emergent star in Anthony Edwards. Mike Conley is more than serviceable at the point guard position. We've seen what he did in the last game versus the Lakers, especially late in making those 3 free throws when the game was on the line. Kyle Anderson can be sort of a hit and miss, but when he's on and his game is in the flow, he's able to get you a triple-double if need be. They lost Naz Reid due to injury, which is a hard blow. But like I said, in these playoff play-in situations, there is no live to fight another day. There is no let's see what the series is going. There is none of that. It's right now. right now, can you gut out a win? Can you play a full 48 minutes of basketball? That's what it takes in games like this. This is a do or die. This is does our season continue after tonight? This is a prove yourself moment for a lot of these guys. I feel like, does Minnesota have more pressure than the Thunder? Maybe. But when Minnesota goes out there and they acquire a Rudy Gobert and give up the farm, something has to be done. I did not see the Timberwolves being this far down in the Western Conference standings when the season ended. I honestly believe I had them in that 4 or 5, maybe 6 range. But the Western Conference is very tough. Injuries do happen. They lost Cat from, I believe he hasn't played since February before ending the season off, getting back into form, so to speak. But if the Timberwolves are going to win this basketball game, it's going to come down to mainly their 2 guys, Cat and Anthony Edwards. Definitely can sprinkle some Conley in there, but it's going to take their 2 perennial all-stars. You know, Cat has been an all-star. Anthony Edwards was an all-star this year. For the Oklahoma City Thunder, I just believe they just got to go out there and do what they've been doing all season. You know, fighting tooth and nail. You know, gritty basketball. Allow their, star to star. And allow the role players to do their job. You know, if it takes Lou Dort defending Anthony Edwards at times, if it takes, Josh Giddey defend, whatever it takes, we know it's going to take Shea to score somewhere between that 31, 32, maybe 35 points tonight, maybe. Or he may get help from the others, Jalen and Jalen Williams. Who knows? It is yet to be seen. But I'm going to make my prediction and pick on the final score and who I think will win and continue on and be the eighth seed in this year's NBA playoffs to go on to play the Denver Nuggets. So as I look at both teams, I look at them both on paper. I look at both of these teams as young coaches, not really a ton of experience together. You got to remember the Oklahoma City Thunder, their roster is as young as some college teams, honestly. So you don't know what to expect. But what I can say and what I will say about this particular game is it's only one game. It's not a series. It's about who comes out there and plays to the best of the moment. Who's able to magnify the moment and make it theirs. I love Karl Anthony Towns' game. I love Anthony Edwards' game. I think he's a dynamic young talent in the NBA. But being as though I like underdogs, being as though I like SGA and Josh Giddey, I like Isaiah Joe, Dario Saric, I'm taking the Oklahoma City Thunder to win this basketball game. And I think it's going to be high scoring. I believe this game is going to be 120 to 112. I believe the Oklahoma City Thunder get it done behind a big performance by SGA. I see him going for 35 tonight. Josh Giddey near triple-double the last game. I believe he's going to do something similar tonight. I see the city of Oklahoma City returning to the NBA playoffs where Chris Paul got them in their last appearance and doing something special. The young core, they get it done tonight and they move on. I'm taking OKC 120 to 112 over the Minnesota Timberwolves in tonight's playoff play-in game. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Thunder fans, Timberwolves fans, NBA fans, or if this is just your first time tuning into this channel, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can know anytime a video is being uploaded to this channel. It's Astronaut H. This is the What More Do You Want Network, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.